So basically, it's morning the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You guys slept, got all your stuff out the way, um, and you can kind of decide what you want to do. Come down for breakfast. Say it's like let's just say it's like 9 a.m. ish, 9 a.m. ish.
9 a.m. ish.
And the like I don't know, made it. Anybody's made it downstairs, but there's breakfast downstairs. Um, there's people in and out of there eating like on their, getting ready for their day or cutting out early. They were up. This is like their mid morning kind of snack. But there are people in there eating.
Is it the same?
Hustle and bustle.
Is it the same proprietors or somebody different running through the breakfast shift?
It's the same guy. What did I say his name was?
I probably have a
Toblin.
Toblerone.
Toblin.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave this open. I don't know why I closed it. So Toblin is down there. And there's like servers and stuff like that.
Michael's gonna go down and see if he welcomes him in yet.
No. I'm gonna. Is it like buffet style breakfast, or like you sit down and they just bring you a plate of whatever? Do you order? Like, what do I observe? Like, as far as that goes?
It's like a it's like a buffet style. Like when you go to a hotel and they have it all out, and you can just go up and grab what you want and come back.
Is it complimentary? Like, does that come with our rooms? Is it like a continental breakfast?
Yeah, it's part of the stay.
Okay. Is there
Oh
sausage?
shit! I didn't know we were staying in Hotel 6.
Is there sausage?
Like, do I observe any like meats? Some sausages and meats.
There's meats.
All right,
yeah,
so
there's sausage and there's eggs.
I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm gonna make myself a plate. The plate very specifically has 2 sausages on it. I'd like to just blatantly put 2 sausages into my bag. 4 sausages into my bag.
Okay.
So like I like put some on my plate and then put 4 sausages into my bag. So I'm gonna add that. If anybody doesn't stop me, taking 4 extra sausages for the road, and then are there like biscuits of bread? I want one of those.
There's there's toast. There's I guess like a biscuit size
Okay.
roll.
I'm taking some of those.
Is there anybody manning the buffet?
No, it's like when you talk to Tobin, he was behind like a bar, and the way the room would be set up is like you come in the front door. There's a staircase that goes upstairs, and the bar extends around. Like there's that, and then there's a door like to the back from there, and then there's the seats in the middle, and then along the far wall is like the buffet style breakfast that's set up. So kind of along the back wall, and you would come in like past the bar, past him, go around the buffet, and then come to the seating area.
All right. Well, I'm following the old man's lead, and I've definitely pocketed more food. I would definitely have stolen rolls, any type of bread, any type of meats, any type of dry good. Like if there's like grains, granolas, and stuff like that there, I would have pocketed some. As I'm talking to people, just just like kind of pointing at things and deceiving them and just pocketing things.
I'm going to say that Toblin, since this is such a small operation, is kind of more concerned with greeting random people than he is really watching the food. In his mind, when the food runs out, it runs out. So I don't think he's going to be too concerned about that. He's not going to be watching that, I don't think.
I'm also adding rolls and sausage to my inventory.
Are you putting in?
I mean, while you guys are like walking, you can hear people talking back and forth and murmuring about. You hear murmurs about things going on. People seem to be a little bit,
Pardon.
I don't know, anxious maybe. Not anxious, like just I don't know. The mood seems a little off in there.
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
The night before, but there weren't enough people in there. I don't think to get a good reading of the room.
I'm not gonna sit with Teagast, right?
Teagast.
Teagast. I don't know why I have an R in there. Teagast. I'm not gonna sit with Teagast. I'm gonna kind of sit off in a corner and just kind of observe and try to blend in with the background.
All right.
I'm gonna go look at the food. Kind of wrinkle my nose when I look at all of it.
I see her come down, and I'm waving. I waved to Perry over there too, and he ignores me, which is fine. I'm pretty much waving to everybody, like being really friendly to anybody who's coming by, like yeah, hello, like not really saying words.
Like a sim.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll wave back.
All right.
Well, I don't know. I look at the food and all of it. None of it looks really great, but I figure maybe I should try something. So, what kind of rolls does he have? Like a sweet roll? Sweet rolls and stuff out there.
There's like a more of a breakfast, like a dessert roll.
Yeah, I don't know what to take. I don't know what any of it is.
There's that, and then there's like regular bread rolls, and then like the normal sausage, eggs, and they've got like water, milk, some kind of fruit juice.
You said there was like toast?
Yeah, there's toast.
I'll take a piece of toast and look at it, taste it.
Can I
Bad.
hear any of the conversations that the people are having? Like, what is the murmuring about?
I go back eating my stick of wood.
Yeah, you hear
Looks like
yeah,
a
you
stick
can
of
hear
wood.
people
Want this piece of toast?
murmuring about you hear people like murmuring about the Harbin Wester, the guy who oversees the, can't think of what they're calling it now.
The town master.
The town master's hall. You hear people kind of sort of making fun of him a little bit, and being just calling him kind of like a kook. But you also hear there's a couple different things. Roll a d6.
Okay.
Okay.
6.
6. All right. So while you're sitting there eating, you overhear one person saying to two other his companions. They don't look to be adventurers of sorts, but maybe they're kind of new to the area. I think maybe they might be looking for work there, kind of thing. He says, yeah, some folk claim to have seen a dragon flying through the high clouds. At that distance, it's hard to gauge the creature's size, but some say it's as big as an elephant and it has gleaming white scales. And the other two guys are a dragon. Not seen something like that around here. And that's like one conversation you catch parts of before it garbles into, unintelligible or kind of inaudible murmur. But that's a major part that you caught.
Interesting.
Oh, I want to transfer those notes. What's the town master's name?
That's Harbin.
H.
I believe it's Harbin. Harbin Wester. Harbin Wester.
And who was the woman that looked over the fountain? Do you remember?
Yeah, that's Grael, I think it is. Graele, I think. Should be right here. Yeah, Sister Garaele. It's Garaele.
Okay.
She's an elf acolyte.
Oh. And what was the? Sorry to back this all up.
Sorry.
What was the organization she was part of?
Harper's.
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 Yes.
Sorry, I'm changing over all my notes to a less flashy but more practical way. Okay.
They're like a scattered network of kind of adventurers, even maybe spies that advocate equality. They're against the abuse of power.
Do I hear anybody talking about money? Like, is there any talk of like money or a reward for anything? Like related to the dragon, I guess.
No, not really related to the dragon, but you did catch a sense where the people were when the people were making fun of Harbin. They were explaining basically to another group of people that, you know, Harbin sometimes puts these crazy bounties out for stuff, and money can be made there, but you never know what you're gonna get with that guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that. That's the only real talk about that kind of stuff.
Would I have heard any of the like? Is that dragon talk kind of popular right now, or should I have listened to it? If I didn't hear it, that's fine.
No, the dragon talk is popular around the town in general. You probably could have heard it multiple times, just walking through and overhearing people say things. It seems like half the town thinks it's an issue, or maybe an issue, and the other half is like, you know.
If it's okay, I will. If we assume that I heard it, I won't take action or say anything to anybody. But I'm gonna finish up breakfast. And like, are both of you sitting near me for breakfast?
I guess.
Both of you sitting near me for breakfast.
You know.
I'm gonna stand up and not say anything, but I'm gonna do a very like, I have my staff in my hand. I'm gonna do a very like elegant, like over flashy but not too flashy, like bow to them and then tip my wizard hat. And I'm gonna head to the bulletin board. We need to know that.
Right.
I'm gonna head to that bulletin board because now that I've heard word of dragons, I'm gonna go see if I can find an official decree or something cool about it. But very old man like, tipping my hat and being all like old and weird.
As you leave, as you go out the door, another traveler, like, you almost bump as they come in.
Oh.
And
Pardon me.
as you bump, the guy comes in. You hear, "Welcome, traveler."
I just turn around and stare at that guy through my pipe coming out of my. I've lit my pipe now. Through my pipe coming out of my hat, I just glare at him as I back out the door. So I will head to the notice board and see what there is on the notice board, I guess, because now I've heard of dragons, and that is interesting.
All right.
I see him getting up, and I'm gonna sneak my way out of here without paying. Or no, it was complimentary. Damn it.
You're like, oh yeah, I got a free. I stole that breakfast.
Well,
you should let him just believe that he stole the breakfast.
wonder if I could pick anybody's pockets as I'm walking out.
So all right, so you're gonna follow him out the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of skulk out and kind of see what he's looking at. I'm gonna keep my distance from him though, and kind of stay off to the side of the inn.
Well, so as you exit the inn, Tobin yells out, "Hey, halfling!"
Yes.
Pointing at you.
Yes.
You have a good day.
Thank you, sir. And I just walk away.
All right, so you are following him. So the town master's hall is right down the road there.
Is that where the board is?
Yeah, the board is outside of the town. Well, yeah, the board is outside of the town master's hall. Um, so when you get to the town master's hall, wow.
Sounds a little bad.
The town master's hall has these sturdy stone walls, pitched wooden roof. There's a bell tower in the back, and there's a job board next to the front door. Features some notices, all written in common, and all in the same hand, like all the same penmanship.
Are there any that look at sign? Like, I wouldn't be interested in, like, old man Stevens was robbed by Jake and you need to hunt him down. I'm looking for things that would, like, be interesting. Cool creatures, maybe something inside a cave or an old, a mine, stuff like that. That would be really interesting to, like, me specifically. Like, I would glaze over anything that wasn't like, oh, bounty, a problem with killing rats, not interesting. Something that I would find that would tickle my exploring fancy.
Well, the board.
Oh my God!
The board has.
What is that sound?
The board has 3 notices on it that you can.
Okay.
You can browse and decide if your character.
Boring. For me. Boring.
While he's perusing that, can I walk the perimeter of the town master's hall and just kind of scope out the windows?
Yeah, you want to like look in the windows?
Yeah. Is there any windows that might be open?
No, the windows are all boarded up. The place looks abandoned, despite there being a sign on the door that says open, but there's a little sign below it that you can't quite read from the road. But everything else is boarded up tight. Looks locked down. Like there's no real way in there.
Okay.
This is the one that would interest me the most. Not this one, boring and stupid. This is cool, but warning people, prime directive. This one's cool.
Hold on to that. Hold on.
So I'll take this one off the board and then turn, and if they haven't followed me out of the inn, I'm going to go back into the inn with like a crumpled piece of paper in my hand. I'm like reading it the whole time over and over again.
All right. What are you doing, Greg?
Well,
on the outside of the building, you said?
Yeah, I overheard that the town master was kind of a kook. But I'm kind of putting 2 and 2 together that there's a lot of bounties offered. The guy's kind of a kook. How and who's paying out this money? So somebody needs to have money somewhere to pay out these bounties.
Sure.
So I'm thinking that this building being boarded up is a front, and that somebody's hiding something in there. You said there was a tower, like a bell tower?
There's a tower on the building, yeah.
Does the bell, like, is it open? Is it like an open belfry at the top? Like
it's there's just like a bell hanging in there.
I'm trying my hardest not to use Beyond.
Are you guys? Did you guys stay in the? Did you guys stay in the
old school
in the inn?
a little bit.
Mom?
What?
Did you guys stay in the inn?
Yeah, I was still munching on my stick.
So I'm going to go back in really quick, and I want to show them this, but I don't know if you guys want to do your thing first or.
God.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
It's gonna be really hard for me to do this voice. I might not be able to do it today. I'll do it at the points that matter. Do you two like money? Money. Okay. I have something that could benefit all of us. I heard people talking here about a dragon, and that's quite fascinating to me. But I went to their post, their bulletin board. And amongst the things, there are a few boring ones of helping people escape their house and persuading them to come away from the dragon. But that's pish posh. This one here is quite interesting. It says a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. Mountains are cool. The gnomes of Nomengard are known for their magical inventions, which excites me a lot. They might have something with which to defeat the dragon, which I don't even know if we're going to defeat a dragon, but I'd like to go take a look there. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, this Wester gentleman will pay us 50 gold for it. The 50 gold is nice, but I would might want to commence some trading with these gnomes. I don't know what you guys think, but I'd like to go take a look at it. I don't know where the little fellow went, but he's not present now. If you'd like, you could take a look at the bounty that I pulled. The job that I pulled off up there, and I feel like it'd be a good way to stretch our legs and get some nice stale air underground. Other than that, I don't know if you'd all like to make some money together. Maybe each of you could bring something back. I don't know, but
I would like that.
Okay.
I like seeing strange new places, and I don't want to.
You're eating a stick.
Too many gnomes. I've been done with my stick.
That's not sausage.
I don't like.
What do you normally
other
eat?
People's food.
What do you normally eat?
Just things that we make up out of whatever we have there. Like that wasn't a real stick. It was.
What about leaves?
Leaves. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Things like that. I'm very. I try new foods, and once in a while I find something I like.
Okay. So I reach into my pack, and I have a little interesting looking twig that goes up, and I graciously hand her the interesting looking twig, and I'm like, perhaps it tastes good. Totally misunderstanding the conversation, and I pat her on the head. And
you still got out there.
Well, that's what I was gonna be like the halfling eat sticks. I don't know. All right.
I just had breakfast. Do you mind if I keep this for lunch?
Yes, you may. Are you well fed?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, weird.
I'm worried.
I bought some sausage in case you're hungry later.
And I believe the halfling stole the whole.
They're quite good.
I'm always very
I would like to.
about people.
So I know it sucks and seems weird, but my guy's very not flighty. I'm done with this conversation. I'm gonna ask the guy at the bar, whoever the owner is. Where can I go to get some common household items?
Household items. You're looking to go to Barthen's Provisions, probably. It's a general store. They got ordinary goods and supplies.
Okay.
You'll want to see Elmer Barthen over there.
All right. I will head there. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, that's where I'm heading up to Barthen's Provisions to look for some purchases.
We're going with you.
Okay, so you guys are the funniest part about my guy is that he turns and leaves, and then I imagine them quickly
yeah,
oh god, let's go, he's leaving.
Already gone after he doesn't get away.
And I walk with purpose with my stick, going with.
All right, so they're gonna head to the Provisions, which means you will not walk anywhere near Greg.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm humming very loudly to myself while I walk.
Well, Perry's kind of scoping out the this hall still, trying to see if there's a way. And I'm kind of just circling the building a couple of times, trying to see if there's a way in. Potentially a way in. And as I'm circling the building, I noticed the job board, and I imagine that Teagast just rip stuff off the job board in some unkempt manner, and it looks like he's been there. So I see that, and I start to think maybe I should go back and make sure he's not getting himself into any trouble, because I see some of the other jobs on the board. I'll start to head back to the inn, but I'm very skeptical about the Townmaster's Hall and about the Townmaster.
Can you, just out of curiosity, does this focus enough for you to be able to read
I
it?
was gonna take a picture of it.
Yes, it does. A clan of recrusic rock gnomes, blah 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 blah, Gnomengard. Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 GP for it.
All right. Well, it's just cool that I can hold it up. If I mean, Joey can send pictures, but
I'm gonna send, since you looked at the board, I'm gonna send pictures of the other two.
oh man,
Interesting.
So those are the other two on there.
That help any
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, Perry sees the mention of treasure and relics, and especially treasure. I'll just take that one too.
Yeah.
The dwarven excavation quest.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we'll mark that one as Terry has it. So the board's still
So you know the music that that they often play, like when you're in an aquarium and you're walking under the aquarium thing and all the fish are there, and they kind of play that like ambient music where it sounds like the water is like
Yeah.
That's exactly what the music in the background sounds like. You guys have played.
It sounds like what we have planned.
Yeah,
It's funny.
Oh, how funny.
yeah, the crickets are.
If you'd like to listen along, that is the track Skyrim Atmospheres.
If you would like to listen along at home,
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So you're heading up to Barthen Provisions.
Yeah.
And you're. So we can just say that. I mean, if you want, for the sake of time, we can just say that you.
I probably caught up with them.
Yeah, you maybe just kind of surmised he was heading that direction.
Yeah, I probably saw him like a bat out of hell go out the inn's doors.
What is the weather like today?
What is the weather
Yeah.
like today? It's
Sounds crazy, but
no, it's one of those I'd say like it's relatively early in the morning. Well, not early, but relatively morning. I'd say it's about what it is sort of like outside now. Like it's like maybe 56 and scattered clouds. The sun comes out, goes in, comes out.
okay. I really picture this place like freaking Deadwood. It's an old mining town.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to figure out this. What's this? What is it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So did you enter? You entered Barthen's. Barthen's is just like a modest wooden shack for the most part. Not a shack, wooden. Like the woods general store. Looks like pretty much what you'd expect a general store to look like on the outside.
I start like I come in the door and I'll immediately I don't know how it's set up, but I assume the door is like kind of centrally located.
It's kind of like a Skyrim thing. You like open the door and then you'll see the counter.
Are all the wares behind the counter?
Yeah. Well, yeah. All the wares are behind the counter, and then there's like kind of set up like sort of like Granger would be, where everything is kind of back in a warehouse.
Oh, okay. So
where
there's
he
nothing
would
really
then,
on
like you would tell him what you want, he would go.
Okay.
So there's that, and then there's this guy in particular has he has that behind him, and there's a counter on the other side, and you can see sort of like shipping and receiving. There's like two other people back there doing stuff, and there's a book on the counter that you can look through and choose items.
I would like to look through the book.
Ask him questions.
I'd like to look through the book and browse a little bit.
Yeah, you can browse through.
If it's possible.
Yeah,
Is there like a table we use
there's nothing really specific that you just like whatever you're looking for. There's nothing specific, but he stocks just about anything in the ordinary goods section. Like there's backpacks, bedrolls, like anything that you would need
So
to adventure.
Is that in the player's handbook?
There should be a table in the. He's got other gear, like adventuring gear. He doesn't have things though that cost like he doesn't stock expensive items. Anything more than 25 gold really wouldn't be sold.
I mean, I'm not looking for it. That was expensive. I don't know where that.
It's just for prices to see the rule book. I wonder if this rule book has a specific. This one might have a. This one might have a specific thing, even though it doesn't tell you to necessarily reference it.
Maybe some crickets that are making me tired all the time.
Possibility. Adventuring gear, technically. I found an adventuring gear table.
It should be adventuring. Here's some stuff.
Oh, okay. We'll see if it's the same because I'm in.
Yeah, it might be the same table, but you can.
Oh, it's much cleaner.
You can assume that what's in there, anything under 25 gold, he probably sells there.
Okay.
25 and under. Greg, that would be if you have access to the player's handbook.
Page 150.
Page 150, you can pull up an adventuring gear table.
Player's Handbook 150.
There's also another thing I wondered if he had. I don't think
it's on his bookshelf right behind him.
Okay, you can take that because I have it right here then in the player's handbook.
All right.
But cool. All right, so I'm going to look through. He sells arcane focuses. I'm talking to myself. Ball bearings.
So when you enter, Teagast goes like straight for the stuff. Barthen, Elmer Barthen looks at him like he's about to say hi, and realizes he's just doing his own thing, and looks at you guys and says, "Welcome, Barthen Provisions." And you see like he's a lean, balding human. He's about 50 years old. Seems pretty. He's pretty friendly, and he's like engaging. You know.
You said he has stuff on shelves somewhere you can look at?
He has, like, you can see shelves and shelves behind him, but they're things that, like, you would basically look through a book, tell him what you want, and he would go back into the warehouse to get it. He's also got two clerks with him, and they help with, like, it looks like they're doing, like, shipping and receiving right now. Like, maybe a wagon just came in, and they're kind of stocking the shelves, and so you see them, like, you know, bustle behind him, and they're putting things away.
I kind of just like wanted to browse. I don't really know what I want. I just thought maybe something cool would catch my ball.
Excuse me, do your jugs have stoppers on the top?
They should.
Do the people look pretty occupied?
What they?
Like
yeah,
the workers?
they're occupied. Yeah, they're but they're back and forth. They're all over the place. Like they're moving from one room to another, and there's 3 people total in there.
Is this a misprint?
So they're going back and forth. But they're engaging too, so they they're
Antitoxin is 50 gold pieces. Alchemist Fire Flask is 50 gold pieces. A magnifying glass is 100 gold pieces. Poison is 100 gold pieces. Spyglass, 1,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
I know, I don't want a spyglass, but like, holy hell.
They don't list that in here.
It's probably because it's expensive. I start coming out and taking some notes.
You can browse through this if you want to, like. Greg, you can get a sense though that the way that he has his inventory control set up, that he's done this on purpose, like he's cognizant of nefariousness. It's like that's why he's set his store up this way, just to be, just it may end up Although you're welcome to try, it may end up being difficult for you.
Yeah, hmm. Yeah, yeah. Just wondering what what would Perry do?
Look at these ball bearings, and I can't help but think of Keyleth and her ball bearings, and she used them.
So what's it? Elder Barthen, right?
Uh, Elmer, Elmar, Elmar,
Elmer. Okay.
Elmer Barthen, and he's got two young clerks with him.
Um, I'll wave one of them down if I can.
All right. So while they're loading and unloading and going back and forth, you wave down Ander. His name is Ander,
Hmm.
and he comes over and says, "Yeah, can I help you with something?"
Hi, I would just like to inquire. I'm a traveler. I don't have, admittedly, much coin on me. Would you be willing to barter an item instead of for a discount in payment or instead of payment?
It might be a possibility. That probably would be left up to Elmer, since he's the one that really owns it. But
Well,
um,
he looks busy. He looks busy. Let's not let's not bother Elmer. My next question is, I'm looking at your list of goods that you have. Um, do you perchance have anything? Oh, let's say explosive in the back.
explosive. Hmm. As far as explosives go, we may not have. Wait, can I see that book real quick, Mom? Uh, we have. Just thinking here. No, nothing that you would consider combustible, I guess. But the only thing I could suggest for that would be here, Mom. Would be you might want to check out um, the Lion Shield Coster. It's another shop in this town that deals more with weaponry. They might have something. They might have something. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of.
Okay. All right. Um. Hmm. All right. I'll say thanks, and Peril just gonna go back to looking at stuff.
Okay.
Hmm.
I am prepared for my order.
Okay.
I have to do math because I didn't write down any prices.
Okay.
First of all, do you sell a map of the area here?
Let me see here what we have.
First order of business.
You know, we don't have a map here, but I believe for a small amount you can purchase one from I believe Harbin Wester would have one of this immediate area from the town master.
Son of a bitch.
He should have a map.
Where can I find where roughly would I find him to purchase a map? Would that be at he's the town master, right? Is he at the town master's hall, or does he have a residence nearby?
Well, he's got dragons on the brain recently and doesn't like to leave his house. So while he's generally supposed to be at the town master hall, he's got that all boarded up and emptied out. And maybe just, I don't know, a stone's throw is his house.
Okay.
He's holed up in there, and you should probably be able to contact him.
Okay, so the map. So I'm looking to transport a decent amount of ale on my trip, and you have a jug listed and a water skin. What do you think would be best to hold ale over a decent period? I don't want to pay more than 1 silver, and the water skins can run a little bit more expensive. But I have other things on my list also, so I thought maybe if we just walk in a deal for the water skin, I can get the other items too. Would you like to know the other items first?
Yes, let's see what
I would like 1 mess kit and 3 candles and a map case.
Oh, Teagast, and don't forget the grappling hook that we had talked about.
Oh, the grappling hook. How much are grappling hooks? I'm very short on money, but
grappling hook is 2 gold.
Oh. I'll add a grappling hook if we can work out the water skin.
Okay. All right. Let me see here what I can do. Water skins, 2 piece, grappling hook. Let's see what else we got here. I don't have the map case listed here.
It is in there under let me see. It's under scroll case, map case.
Scroll case.
Scroll. Where are they? Oh, case.
Under regular
Map scroll.
1 gold.
1 gold. Okay. All right. Okay. How about? How about this? How about I'll cut you a deal on the water skin.
And that will hold ale.
That will hold ale, although maybe not as it might lessen the quality of your ale over time. You might get more longevity out of your ale in a jug, but if you plan to drink it right away, the water skin will do the job. Carbonation and all.
Jug will be hard to carry.
Jug will be hard to carry.
Could resort to wine, I suppose. But I'll take the water skin.
Okay, take the water skin. I'll cut the deal on that. With 1 silver is okay on that.
That is fair.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Give you the water skin for 1 silver. I'll throw in a jug complimentary, provided you make your way back this way and let me know which worked out better for you, so that I can advertise.
Fair enough. Right. This is quite an establishment.
And a grappling hook for you too, then?
The grappling hook, the map case, 3 candles, and a mess kit.
Okay.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
He yells back to his one of his clerks. Hey, Thistle, grab a grappling hook, would you? Grappling hook.
Can any of you paint?
Artistically?
It doesn't have to be artistic. Can you write the name of your establishment on the jug?
Yeah, Ander can do that.
Awesome.
Ander's quite the.
I could even come back and pick up the jug.
Ander's quite the calligraphist.
I can pick up the jug if you need. I don't know if he has them right now, but if he needs some time to do it, I can go about my business and see Harbin Wester, and we'll come back afterwards. And
give us a few hours, and we'll definitely we'd be happy to do that. Yeah, thank you.
Did they come back yet with the stuff?
Thistle did. Thistle came back with the. He's got the grappling hook.
All right, I'll go. Oh, grappling hook. I'll take that, and I'll take it, and I'll walk out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So I have the grappling hook. So the things I need are the grappling hook, the map case, the 3 candles, and the mess kit. The total with the water skin. So whatever the total is on
the
there.
Water skin was 1. That is one silver.
Maths.
Map case was 1 gold, 3 gold. So we got 3 gold, 1 silver, and what was it? 3 candles?
3 candles.
3 copper, 1 gold, 1 silver, 3 copper, and you need a mess kit.
Because we're gonna bring this down.
What you said, mess kit?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this down to 4. Give myself the 10 copper
Mess
for
kit was
conversion.
2 silver, so we're looking at 3 silver, 3 gold, and 3 silver, 3 gold, and 3 copper.
Okay,
Three,
so
three.
that brought me down. So I hand over the gold out of my pouch. I will need change because I don't have some. I gave a gold. I gave 3 gold and 3 silver, and another silver needed broken down. So, gotcha.
So whatever change you need, he gives you.
Okay, so these can go. So who's in the shop with me?
So he left. So
I left.
Still there.
Okay, so I turn around. I will erase these and put them over here. Put the water skin over me. So I need to add that in here. I have the water skin. We'll be back for my jug in a couple hours. Water skin. That has how many gallon capacity? A pound? It's 5 pound capacity.
The water skin?
Yeah, the water skin was 5 pounds. He said.
5 pounds full.
Okay, whatever. I'll worry about that.
It's probably like a gallon or two.
A gallon, yeah. All right. So I have the water skin. So I take the map case to hold on to. So I turn to Kat and I give her a candle. There's a candle for you. I give you a candle. And then I also take the mess kit and give you a mess kit and I go, for you to eat. And then I go to give a candle to Perry and he is nowhere nearby. So what do you need? A pen? I'll be back, good fellows, for my job.
Look forward to it. And we'll have that fixed right up for you.
All right. So I trek on down to look for Harbin Wester's house at a pretty decent pace.
All right. Did you guys want to buy anything, or are you good?
No, I was looking. Everything that I found in here to buy, I already could equip.
Okay.
I got rid of that extra mail, and it didn't do anything to my armor class. It just was clean. It could never get dirty.
This was a good idea.
So I went down to 133 pounds is all I have now.
So did everybody leave? Is everybody going that direction, or?
Yeah, following Mr. Gast over here.
Yeah, I'm definitely heading down to the guy's house, especially knowing that he boarded up the townmaster's hall and that it's empty. So I'm more interested in his house now.
All right, as you're making your way down, passing the Stonehill Inn, coming down the road a little bit. On the right hand side of the road, you see a building that you passed on the way in, but maybe didn't notice. And that is the Lion Shield coster that he was telling you about, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hanging above the front door. The Modest Trading Post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. So now you know where that is. But you make your left. You guys make your left to go down in front of the Town Master's Hall, and I'll put you so you're right in front of where the board was. You can see the open sign on the door, but the place is boarded up. Mm-hmm. And then you see a house on the same side of the street, just maybe one lot over. That's Harvin's house.
What does it look like? Is it fancy?
It's no, not at all. It's small. It's a very small. I don't even think it's 2 stories.
Provided he doesn't knock first or anything, I'm gonna march right up to the front door.
I'm not knocking.
At some point, I'm gonna do a nice little
Okay. All right. As you knock on the door, you hear the door something that says something like, "If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal."
I hope I'm not a dragon. None of us are dragons. We are not dragons. Hello?
Well, what business do you have then?
I want a map of this area.
Okay.
Can you slide it under the door?
I've got a map here. I will slide it under the door for a silver piece.
Oh, God's Christ, it's a piece of paper.
I had to draw this map.
Social distancing.
Does anybody have a silver?
What do you need a map for anyway?
I saw a paper about some gnomes and dwarves and stuff nearby, and I'm not quite familiar with this.
You're taking the bounty.
A bounty.
Yes.
We are taking the bounty.
Did you pull that off my bulletin board?
Yes.
Alrighty, then I'll give you the map for free. You better not die.
I might, am I not? I am very old.
Not something.
So wait, we got the map for free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I am very young.
Oh goodness, how many are there out there? I hear more voices. Are you sure I'm not a dragon?
I believe 2, 3.
Okay. Alright, so he'll slide the map under the door for you.
Which is essentially what we're looking at.
And he says, let's see. Which bounty are you taking? Which job are you taking?
I was going to go see the gnomes.
I think there are 2 gnomes on it.
Okay.
Whatever happens at the gnomes. I just want to see gnomes.
So then he goes, a clan of Makusa's rock gnomes resides inside a small network of caves in the mountains to the southwest.
That one.
Okay. Well, I will pay you 50 gold pieces for this.
For the paper I hold?
No. For you, the completion of this. Where are you from?
Oh, it's a long story.
Never mind.
Do you have time to sit down and hear a tale?
Nope.
Picture it. Waterdeep.
Well, exactly what are we supposed to be bringing back for this 50 gold?
Well, the gnomes in Nomagard are known for the thing that can defeat the dragon. And then I
Okay.
can come outside,
Okay.
get whatever you can from them, and if you bring back something useful, then yay.
Do you have toilet paper in there?
Who wants to know?
I was curious.
Then yes.
At that point, I will
Why?
I will tip my hat to the door and do that bow again to the door, and then leave.
Bye.
Are you still up? Oh, bye. I hope you don't die.
Thank you.
I'll do a little knock at the door as they walk away, because I was kind of skulk around the side. I'm gonna do my dog just throwing up. This is great. There he goes. He's hacking up a lung. That's wonderful. Really happy about everything that's happening right there. So as they walk away, I'm gonna go up to the door and I'm gonna do a little light couple of knocks.
If you're a dragon, they'll have far too good and bony to make a good meal. I hope this is not the guy that wanted to talk about Waterdeep again.
Why are you hiding?
Well, there's a dragon. Have you not heard about the dragon?
Joey sounds like one of the guys from Vegas.
If I come outside and the dragon gets me,
And what of your townfolk that you're meant to represent?
Doesn't sound like maybe a Loden.
What, you're just gonna sacrifice them
Yeah.
for your sake?
no, I'm going to hide. They choose not to hide. They don't believe
doesn't
that the
work out.
dragon exists.
What are
They,
you
they think I'm crazy, but
Yeah, it's not working like that.
what are you protecting in that house?
It's just showing you
myself
that
from a
you
dragon.
What could be so valuable other than yourself that is stored up in that house? And why have you boarded up the townmaster's hall?
Because I don't want anybody to go there. If they need town master things, if they need services, they can come find me here, where I don't have to leave and be subject to a dragon.
If you're so afraid of this dragon and you're willing to pay and you're willing to send your townfolk or passersby like myself or the old man that just left out on such an incredible quest to find such a dangerous item to defeat such a dangerous dragon, surely that's worth more than just 50 gold.
I guess that remains to be seen.
How long has that bounty been up there?
Let's see. I would say, well, I keep putting it up after people stop coming back. So that particular one, maybe like a week and a half.
And how many people have died?
No one. I don't know that anybody's died. They just don't come back. But maybe like
Well, read between the lines, old man.
2 or 3 parties of, I don't know, like your size, maybe.
50 gold to risk their lives? Surely that is
I'm
worth.
not sending them to kill the dragon. They're just going to talk to gnomes, for God's sakes. What's wrong with you?
Well, why are they. If they're not returning after they're talking to gnomes, surely this is of an equal level of danger. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
I wish I had stayed for this
I
conversation.
will not agree. Maybe they found what is out there and chose to keep it for themselves.
I still say 50 gold is way too little.
I'm going to turn around and go back.
Guess what? You didn't have to take it off the board, did you?
I'm turning and going back to Harbin's house. I have a question that has nothing to do with the conversation here.
It just so happens that I took the bounty to go talk to the dwarves. And that seems equally...
Oh, so let me guess. You want more than 50 gold to go speak to a dwarf?
Yes.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
What say you, old man?
I say, I'll give you 50 gold to go speak to a dwarf.
I take the bounty. I slide it back under the door.
Now who's going to put this back on the board? Now I have to come outside.
Come out.
Damn
Come
you.
out then.
I'll hire that Goliath barbarian to put it on the board.
No, you won't.
I'm strolling on up to the house at this point while they're yelling at each other through the door.
75 gold. And I'll go talk.
5 gold.
I'll go talk to that dwarf. This is for your people and, frankly, for your honor.
All right, roll a persuasion.
$20.
20.
Not nat.
No, that's good because I had him set it hard and I was 20. All right, he slides it back under and says, all right, 75 gold. Don't tell anybody I did this.
Thank you. I walk away.
Good luck, bye. If you're a dragon, you know what?
No dragons here.
Oh.
You said the town master's hall is empty.
Yes. It is empty.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Oh, I got a good insight.
See if he's lying or not. Oh, fucking 9.
9.
Yeah.
I mean, to the best of your knowledge, he doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay, that leads to my next question. If we're gonna go do this errand for you, we'll need maybe a couple days of preparation, and maybe some room for practice. Could we rent the town master's hall's lodging for 1 gold piece until we are finished with our journey?
You mean to use it as a home base?
Yes. The rooms are quite cramped in the inn, and some of my compatriots might need to practice some dragon slaying moves and more open space in the hall might be better for such an occasion.
I will let you do this if you check in with me once per day to make sure I don't need to put anything on that board.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I slide a gold piece under the door.
Is that 1 gold piece per person or gold piece for all?
I did say. I said 1 gold piece. He doesn't have
He just took it as a gold piece. It's not in use, and it really doesn't matter to him, and it's worth it.
80s training montage.
It's worth it to have someone man the board for him. Also tells you have to turn the open sign, take the open sign down, and
so the first thing, I'm gonna go right to the town master's hall. I'm gonna take the open.
I have to slide your key into the door.
Slide me a key. I'm gonna take a sign and in a hasty script, like it's nice, but it's hasty. I write closed on official business. Put that back up on the thing. I got us a house.
Yay!
For 1 gold. Someone find Perry and tell him we have a base. If he's with us, I don't know. I don't know what he does. He's there. Yeah. Yep.
Backwards L and everything. Yeah, I was kind of, as I was leaving, I guess you, Teagast was probably walking right back up. So I'll go with you guys because I was curious about the hall anyway. So I'll go with you guys to to the townmaster's hall?
There's like people like walking past the townmaster's hall.
Yeah.
So I will like stroll down the street, like coming around that corner to the front of the townmaster's hall, wherever the front is right there. I will like come strolling down, and I'm like, "Don't mind us, official business," and like, I imagine no one cares. Like, not don't get in our way. What's what I want to say? Like,
Make gangway.
move along, official business. And I'm like trudging like right up to the front door.
People walking by are kind of like looking at you, like, especially since you're heading towards the town master's hall where they already think that guy's a conspiracy theorist a little bit. You're just kind of like,
and like I need to illustrate the fact that like there's a half orc behind me, and then a halfling, and then another halfling, and I'm like strides. Like when I walk, it's like long strides. So I imagine that the halflings are like trying to keep up. The orcs like kind of jogging a little bit. My strides are. I should make it.
I only
taller.
go 25 feet. I only go 25 feet.
I don't want to make it taller. Maybe a little bit taller. All right, so I will unlock the door, and I'm personally going to go get a drink of water, so you guys can explore.
while you're getting a drink of water, you get
Okay.
Which one are you?
Whoa.
All right, so
Okay.
What? I think they're like down.
So he unlocks the door. I don't totally
I'm the little guy that's holding
the
what
door
looks like a
opens.
mace.
So as you're standing in the door, you look in and you see kind of like how you would expect a like a town master's hall to be set up. It's like worse than Legos. As you walk in, there's there's a counter that you would go up and ask. There's bookshelves all along the wall, and there's filing cabinets. There's a desk in there with a little desk lamp on it, like a little lantern. But everything has been cleared out. The file cabinets are all open, and there's like maybe just like bits of random loose paper that don't seem to be of any importance. Like it looks like it was cleared out hastily, and possibly all moved to his house. Anything that would be like, there's like no records, nothing's left in there that you can see. It's basically just an empty, and it's dusty. There's some cobwebs and stuff. He hasn't been in there in a little while.
I will use prestidigitation to as much as I need to clean the place up.
All right.
Like
Place is now spick and span for the most part.
cleaner.
I'm gonna sneak around and see if I can find a basement access.
Okay. You can do if you want to do roll for. Let's see. Do I want to do perception or investigation? Do perception.
Perception? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Sure. Oh shit. That didn't go in the thing. That did. Ooh, 17.
17. Nice. All right. As with a lot of the buildings here, you'll find as you're walking around that there is not. It's not really hidden very well. It's just a hatch that goes to the floor. Looks like one of the ones you can open up, and probably has like a stairwell or something in it.
I'm going in there.
All right.
I'm lighting the lantern and going down.
Cool. So you open the hatch, and it's a short stair, probably about maybe 4 steps down, and you're in a basement that is basically empty, but it's just like your size. Like you can just stand up in there. So it's more like a crawl space for someone of average stature, but for someone shorter, it works quite well. Or you don't have to duck when you're down there, but other people probably would have to. And it's like a big room with a dirt floor. The walls are. It looks like that building was built on the broken foundation of something that was there centuries ago. So it's just like a stone foundation around, and then a dirt floor, and then the house is kind of built on top of that. So it's almost like they tried to use it as an existing foundation to build the wood on top of, and just left it down there for storage. But there's nothing really in it.
Nothing. Can I do an Can I do some type of check to see Because I'm curious that if this guy's so scared that there's a dragon going back and forth, that if he's holed up in his house, he has some secret access tunnel in his house to go somewhere else to hide.
Oh, you think he's all right? Like he's not like not using the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can investigate.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, no 9. No.
Now, I mean, either way, I can tell you there probably wouldn't be anything that you'd find. The 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 proprietor of this Harbin is he's like a middle aged kind of banker type. He's like a pencil pusher.
Mhm.
So he wouldn't be. I mean, wouldn't be out of the realm for him to hire somebody to do something like that. But it's not how he.
It's not how he operates.
Yeah, he doesn't think that way.
Okay. All right. I turn off the lantern, go back upstairs, and rejoin the crew.
All right, you guys are upstairs.
What time is it?
What was it? Say probably around 1 o'clock, maybe.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you can see, also like towards the back of I think it's towards the back of the building, or toward the east side of the building. There's the bell towers up there, and it like you can look up and you can see the bell, and there's a rope that pulls down that. Like if you had some, sound an alarm or something like that, that you'd have access to the bell. But there's no, it's not like a room. It's just a straight up shaft with the bell at the top, and it does close off. Like there's like a circle that the rope comes through, but there's no access to it really. Like you would need a ladder to go fix the bell if there was an issue or something like that.
There's an upstairs, I imagine, right?
There's like a loft.
A loft.
Yeah, like it overlooks. Like you can go up there and there's like a like Harbin maybe used it at one time for his like maybe he would sleep there after hours or take naps there or whatever. But he could look right over. It's all wide open, and you can see the downstairs. So it's not a closed off upstairs.
Is there a ladder?
Yeah, there's a ladder to the loft, right on the other side of his. Kind of like something we would build in Minecraft, right on the other side of his the counter. Between two filing cabinets, there's a ladder that goes up to the loft that goes over, and then there's like right above the counter would be the banister to the loft that he'd be looking over.
I am studying the contract that I have.
All right.
Just reading it over and over again.
So
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask where we have to go for this.
This would be so. He's got a map there. This one is. Which one did you take now?
The one we had to go bring back things to kill the dragon.
Gnomes.
Yeah.
Bring back magical items from the gnomes to the southeast.
All right. So knowing that you would be going after the Gnomon Guard one, he slipped you a little bit of like with the paper that he slipped you, gave you just a little bit of direction that Gnomon Guard is like almost directly due south of Bandolin.
Roughly, like by distance, how long of a trip is it to this?
I don't think long at all. It would be. It's about 15, 20 miles away.
So
maybe.
a half a day's walk.
About a half day. Like by the time if you left now at 1 o'clock, I mean you'd probably get there about maybe six or seven.
I'm considering things in my head before I talk out loud. So yeah, I'm just studying all those things. Kind of sulking in the corner. Not sulking, but doing that in the corner. Prestidigitation. Check something here. If anybody else needs to do anything, they can do
Where
things.
is there? Everybody's just inside, scoping out. Where did Perry go? Where's Perry?
I definitely would have checked out the loft area just to make sure
Okay.
nothing up there. Do you want me to do an investigation check?
Yeah, go ahead.
20. Not nat.
Nice. Investigation checks on point. Let's see.
Technically, instantaneous cleaner or soil and object level no larger than 1 cubic foot, but it's cantrip. So I'm just going to say I ran around every foot.
He's watching one number.
Yeah, I could see Teagast just walking around. Pew, 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 pew.
Blink, 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 blink.
All right, with your investigation 20, you don't really find anything specifically up there. There is. Let me find it. There is a piece of paper up there. That has a list written on it. Not really anything you can understand. It's just random stuff. So if you want to write these down, list down, you can just hang on to it for reference. You get the sense it's not really anything that you can worry about right now, but it's got Butterskull Ranch.
Oh, y'all.
And
I was
then,
thinking the food.
and then Loggers Camp.
What?
Mountains Toe.
But just see what he does.
Axholm, Axeholm. Dragon Barrow. And Woodland Manse. Manse. And then at the bottom, just scribbled, says not before the other three.
I would like to.
Okay.
It is not written in the same handwriting that the board stuff's written in.
I'll go. I'll take this. I'll pocket it, and I'll examine it, pocket it, and then go back down to where Teagast and the Rella and Cat are.
All right. I would like to, all of my travels, pull out one of my few books that I have of my stuff. Let's see if I've ever come across anything from Nomengard before. Like if I know anything about it, if I have any insight to it,
Let's see.
If I know any of the history of Nomengard. things like if I know if they're like friendly, if they're like hesitant for newcomers, like stuff like that, like what their disposition is.
All right, so do a history check.
History check. That one.
Yeah, it's got gnomes in it.
It got gnome right in the
with
name.
a multiplier, it's an 8, but that's an at one. So I mean, there are gnomes in Gnomengard. Fine. All right. So for some reason, can't focus right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go down to Teagast, and I'm gonna say, so what are we meant to be doing here?
I found a paper on a board. It was just hanging there. To go talk to some gnomes about their magical inventions. Something dragon. Something money. But I think it might be fascinating to go check it out. To see what these gnomes are up to down there. It says something about a weapon, but I'm not. It could be useful, but I don't know. Gnomes are generally pretty.
Gnomish?
And they sell their they do quite a bit of trading, so I have a couple things that they might like, but other than that, I just thought it'd be fun to go see. It'd be very interesting to go see, and these two seemed like they wanted to go along, but I'm not sure how you feel about it, but definitely something on my radar. I've done a lot of. I was just considering for a long time if Gnomengard had ever come up in any of my travels, and I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, but there may be gnomes there.
I imagine. And a weapon? Like that's what we're meant to find is a weapon?
It says they might have something with which to defeat this dragon, and we can get whatever we can from them. And if we bring back something useful and we don't want to keep it, Harbin will pay us 50 gold for it. But it doesn't say how many of the thing we can bring back. So if we bring back 4, that's 200 gold. I do not know. I don't know what we would find there. Gnomes make many interesting and wonderful things. Have you ever seen any of the gnomish inventions? Would you like me to tell you about it?
Not right this second, but
maybe we can see for ourselves.
I too found one of the bounties on the board, and this one is all about treasure and finding, let me look it up, treasure and ancient relics, and all we have to do is go talk to a dwarf.
Ancient relics sound fascinating too.
And
I see the ancient relic, the dwarf one.
And I talked that old coot, that fool, into paying me 75 for it instead of the 50.
So all this says is we need to warn them about a dragon, and I can look at relics
for 75 gold.
Have you two seen this yet? My guy's down to do almost anything. There's relics there.
I got my grappling hook. That's all I'm worried about.
Okay. Are you sure this was on the board? Were you there before me or after me? Did you take this?
I imagine I was there after you because it was half ripped up. I kind of had to piece it together. I am much more interested in treasure. I don't know, Rella, Cat. I don't know what say you.
Archaeology. I will go whichever. Maybe we can visit both.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe we could do both. Go first, maybe to
I'm gonna put
his.
this in my binder here.
Go first to his, and then maybe go second to.
I am. Can I do a history check on? Does it say?
Just in case we would get.
Southwest of here. Oh, there's no actual settlement about it. They're just like mining in the wilderness on their own.
In the
do
mountains.
I know anything about this archaeological trip in my travels? Is it something that would come up from a scholarly point of view? Something that I might read in like Scientific Weekly.
I would like to see, but I'm here to see as many things as I can.
The wonderful Parchment Scientific Weekly.
You could do a history check on this. This might be something that you would have caught wind of. Maybe.
Dwarves.
Maybe.
It's going to say dwarves. Okay. 18. Hang on. Sorry. 16.
16. All right. Yeah. So, what you would have caught wind of, whether you know it to be true or not, would be rumor. Rumor has it that there were two business partners, dwarves, that went excavating and looking for gold. And near their settlement, carved into the back wall of some canyon in this area, would be the old temple of Abathor. He's like an evil dwarven god of greed. And from what you understand, Abathor can be appeased with sacrifices of blood and gemstones during the solar eclipse. And that probably would be what you heard about that area.
I wonder if this is the same, the story of those Dwarven brothers. I can't remember their name. They found, they were mining for gold and treasure, and there was a temple near them, and I believe that was Abathor. And if I'm not mistaken, he's not very nice, and you must sacrifice to him on during solar eclipses. But I don't think there are solar eclipses right now. I could be wrong. I haven't studied the stars in a bit, but I don't know if we're near one or not. But I mean, they were there to look for treasure, I believe. I could be wrong. That's what I might have picked up in a scripture or two that I sent to a friend. So the god must pee. I will go wherever there is a learning to be had. So I'd like to see if these rumors are founded or not.
That sounds a little scarier than.
Well, I learned there were gnomes there, so those gnomes could have been cannibals for all we fucking know. My insight was gnomes. So,
Well, just going to talk to dwarfs sounded good until you remember all that stuff about blood sacrifices. And
that's only pish posh. That's the god, if you believe in those sort of things.
Well, if that being the case, this makes me wonder what else didn't our pal Harbin tell us about talking to the gnomes? I don't know. I
think Harbin is a half-wit who has no idea how to run a town. But
he doesn't strike me as an intelligent guy.
Is anyone really intelligent in these parts? They dig for rocks. Very uninteresting, uninteresting rocks. Not interesting rocks. Boring rocks.
Well, Rella, I mean, what say you?
Dwarves.
Dwarves.
She's a woman of few words.
Oh, Perry, I have a candle for you.
Thank you.
A candle.
Thank you for the candle. Rella, have you ever encountered gnomes?
Searching the sheet.
As a soldier, as a fighter?
No.
Have you ever
No gnomes.
Have you ever encountered dwarves?
No.
How about
More
you?
money.
Money? I want money. We need money.
Expensive.
He does have many habits. Many expensive habits.
Hold out your candle. I light it. Put it out.
That still works. All right.
Well,
Good.
did Harbin happen to give you a map, perchance?
He did. He did give us a map. I don't know if it covers the Dwarven settlement. Does it cover the Dwarven settlement?
What
The
map?
Dwarven?
What did you ask? What kind of map did you ask?
I asked
Did
for
you
a map
ask
of the
town?
area. I said the area.
Oh,
I
the
said,
area.
I said area. I have it written.
Okay. I thought you said area. I would. Well, by saying area, he would have probably given you the flip side to that map.
A flippity flip.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the Sword Coast map.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So where would the dwarves be? We're at Fendlin. There we
You're
are.
good for the here. All right. So
Oh, someone went in the kitchen. Oh my God.
I don't know if you can see this, Greg. On Vandalin, if you're on Vandalin, and you move down to this mountain range, right here.
By
Here.
the Sword Mountains, by Ice Spire
Yeah.
Peak and Wave Echo Cave.
It's
Look at that.
I'm
There's food.
lost.
Look at your food.
Where the heck did I have that map? I have a map here. Oh, here it is. So let's see. Count from Fandolin.
Do you cut hair?
Nope.
Oh wait. Where are you going? The Dwarven excavation or the gnome one?
Dwarven excavation.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Then the Dwarven excavation is this first section of mountain right here. So 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 20 miles
Southwest.
sort of west is where you're going, right here, Mike.
Oh, I was drawing pictures.
From where?
How many 20 miles again?
Yeah, from Fandolin to here.
Where's
Right.
Vandalin?
Fandolin. So each one of these is about 5 miles. So 5, 10, 15, 20. This like butthole looking mountain.
A butthole. I think we should.
Do we want to start out today yet?
I think it's a little late. What time is it?
What did I say it was before?
You said it was around 1.
Yeah.
One we would
But
get
we
there
did,
by
we,
like
did some, we
7.
did some cleaning
6 or
and some
7.
pondering, and we would be there by 6 or
Yeah.
7. So
I say if you left now, you probably wouldn't get there till about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and the road's a little bit slower in the dark hours.
So what time is it?
So right now it's probably about 3.
So I will abruptly stand up, grab my staff, and like hightail it out of the front door back to
Awesome.
get my to Bartha's provisions to get my jug.
Okay.
See if my jug is finished.
All right.
Without saying anything to anybody. I just remembered and got up and left.
Whether you follow or not, or just let him go about his business.
Expensive.
Hey, Rella. I think I know where he's off to. Do you want to go look at some weapons? Kat,
Yes.
could you make sure that the old man doesn't leave without us?
Yeah. I'll follow him
Thank you.
to Fanlin's and see what he's up to.
How big could I set up in the town hall? Is it long enough? Is there enough stuff out of the way for me to set up like a little archery, like shooting range? It doesn't have to be big. I mean, I used to shoot from here to the door.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. There's like a a wall that's clear enough. You could even do it like over, like you could play your arrows on the thing and then shoot to the back of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back and handily enough, he's got like a corkboard back there that pins things to. So
One of those would be in a town hall.
you can certainly draw like a bullseye on there or a person or whatever you want.
The ground is dirt.
The in the basement, the ground.
No, and like the streets.
Oh, in the streets? Yeah.
Are there any local flora or fauna on the way up?
There's
Like bugs, frogs, anything.
yeah, I mean there's like insects all over the place flying around. There's no
I will say that, I mean,
That's
unless
some
you
frogs.
require a check, I'm going to flip back to this for a second. I will say that coming out of here,
what in the
right, like by this house, she would come out and up the street and find me like bent over, crouched on the ground, just staring at an insect of some sort.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
I'm now derailed on my way to Barthen's Provisions, but I'm like really close right there.
Okay. What kind of insect are you staring at? Like, is it like a spidery thing, or more of a crickety thing, or a
Crazy
beetle
insects.
thing?
More of a beetle,
Okay.
a curious looking beetle.
Right.
What are you doing?
I haven't seen one with these patterns before. He's quite fascinating. I'm watching. I don't know where he lives, where his home is, but I'm observing to see what he's doing.
He's pretty.
He is quite pretty. All the secrets beetles probably hold. We never have an idea of what they're thinking. Meanwhile, it's just like sitting there, just walking in a circle. And I'm
It's like banging into
yeah.
looking for poop to eat.
They're not very good flyers. Have you ever seen them fly? They're quite ungraceful, banging off of this and that. Some insects will fly right into a fire because they think it's the sun. Anyway, up to Barthen's Provisions.
Why do they want to fly into the sun?
So Barthen's has
I'll leave it on that question. I just continue walking on.
Barthen's has your thing ready as soon as you.
I enter like a celebrity at this point. I'm like, greetings, my boy, and I forget his name, so he's called like good old sport, and just like walking around, and I'm like, did you have my jug I ordered? That's even my idea.
Elmar's like, oh yes, you have it right here. Where did I put? Hey, Andrew, where is that drug that you wrote our fine Barthen's Provisions on? And Andrew comes, traipsing from him. He says, oh, he goes behind the counter and comes back, and he like proudly holds up this jug, and he pulls the cork out and then puts it back on for you. And
Oh, this is an amazing jug. I will attempt to like pistol sling it into my sack.
okay, so I need you to do what would that
Dexterity?
be? I guess dexterity.
or performance.
Let's do performance because he fancies himself for Sherman, I think.
I can just imagine this big like cloak thing like swirling around as he's doing this.
All right, here we go. 17.
17. All right, you masterfully swing it around and around and around, and then what? Like you and then holster it.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that, and at first, Barthen's like Elmar's like kind of just watching, and he sees you do it, and every time it goes around, he goes like he's gonna, and Anders is standing behind you, like, because he knows he just spent 3 hours writing Barthen's on there, and Thistle is going.
So with that, I will speak of your fine establishment far and wide, and keep this thing with me. And I bid you all farewell, and I will see you after I slay the dragon. And I pull down my hat and walk out of the store, and I'm gonna head right to the Stonehill Inn to get it filled.
I can just hear the people in there after he walks out saying he's not gonna last
Yeah,
that long.
Elmar exhales like because he's still like this as you said all that and walk out the door. As you leave, he just exhales and looks over at Anders, and Anders is doing the same thing. Like,
That jug is now one of my like prized possessions too.
all right, so And you're looking for weapons, Greg?
Yeah. Rella and I are gonna hit up the Lion Shield Coster.
All right.
Because I noticed the shield and the lime thing on it before.
So where are you going now?
I'm going to the inn to have my jug filled with ale, and I'm going to have my water skin filled with wine, not water.
All right. Okay.
Or any other spirit that would last long.
So, like I said before, hanging above the front door, it's a modest-looking trading post. It's got a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. Do me a favor and roll a. What would that be? How about?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah, how about a history check?
All right. D20. D20.
Yeah.
19.
19. All right. Okay, so and where's your character from?
I am from. Actually, it might be on the Sword Coast map. Hold on. It's from.
So you're from the Sword Coast, though.
Yeah.
That's really all I need to know.
Yeah, from like this kind of general area.
All right. Okay, so you'll recognize just being from the area and with the role that you made, you'll recognize that the sign that's like a crest. So you know right away that the building is owned by Lion Shields. They're a merchant company based out of the city of Yarder. I mean, that's about 100 miles or so to the east. And you know that they ship finished goods to Finland, but many small settlements throughout the region. They're very well known, very well respected, known for like not taking crap from anybody. They're kind of suspicious. Like if they think that, like that if they think that you're a threat to them or the town that you're in, they may not sell weapons to you. They're not worried about coin. They're not worried about making a deal. They're not worried about any of that because they're so large. They don't have to. They can afford to be discriminatory when it comes to how they feel about your character.
But kind of shady? Are they kind of shady? Like a kind of.
No, they're actually opposite. Very up and up. Very it's like
Walmart.
Yeah, but it's like more noble.
Like Target.
Like Wegmans compared to Giant.
Yeah, like Target. Like they're not gonna chance making money off of you if you think you're gonna harm their business. You know, if you're coming there to buy weapons to do harm to the town that they're thriving in, they'll forego selling to you on the off chance that you might do something that would cause them to lose business with the rest of the people. Like they're very business minded, very merchant minded, and not afraid to do what they think is right in order to keep
the dice doesn't show.
number one, people safe, but number two, money flowing in.
Okay.
If mine says something different than yours, it says view my character instead of becoming. So D&D Beyond, by the way, total break in the action here, is putting dice directly onto character sheets now. But it gives me the option to do it, but it's not showing up. It does all the math for you and tells you what your roll was, which is kind of neat. Tell what roll you're making. Yeah. But it's not showing up anywhere. I don't know where to roll dice.
I'm sure Laura won't use it.
I probably won't either. But it's just nice. Anyway.
So, since Rella is a former soldier, I'm going to look at Rella. What?
But half orc.
Well, and since knowing that the Lion Shields have like franchises everywhere,
oh, your shit's dying, dude.
Yeah, why is it not plugged in?
I have no idea.
I'm in battery saver mode.
Is that what that noise was?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Charlie was romping around, I think.
he
Oh
probably.
yeah.
Charlie. I'm gonna say to Rella, this is one of the Lion Shield's places. Have you ever heard of them?
You may have come across them, but maybe not know the full history. But you probably would have come across other.
I was gonna say there's a chance that like
you?
what did it say in my thing? 'Cause
They do have shops all over, like different settlements all over.
also, I should have a thing that like a crest on me as well to like notify my rank. So they could, if they're military, they could recognize it.
Yeah, they would know because I'm sure they've sold weapons to military before. They would know
Yeah.
that you're military faction.
Not if that'll. I don't think that'll help me at all. Being
What
half orc.
But you served what army did half orc? What army did you serve in?
An orcish
Orcish
one.
army?
Yeah.
Right.
I can't find where it is on here though. I downloaded this to try to save money, the actual sheet, and I feel like half the shit of it on here, but
Stupid crickets.
I forget where it says it.
I need to back up.
Is it in my background?
Still.
I mean they do sell weapons. They sell weapons.
So,
Might not like me.
do I know that the shield on Rella's armor is an orcish shield?
You wouldn't probably know that outright.
I wouldn't.
Unless you've had some military background, you probably wouldn't know.
Okay.
Other than what she's told you.
As like a traveling circus folk, I probably wouldn't even think of it either.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably not. Not as far as rank or where she served or anything like that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so Rella, they sell weapons. They sell explosive weapons, things that go boom.
Eat your
Okay,
food.
try to look on your character sheet if they sell explosive weapons.
Yes. No.
You will not find that on there.
I know I won't. I think I would know the type of weapons they would sell.
You would probably know. Yeah, you would know.
Since I've, traversed and.
You would probably know that it's like it's all stuff like that.
Okay.
You would
Is this
probably
under-
know that that's the man.
Is this under weaponry in the player's handbook?
Yeah.
Probably.
It'll be. Yeah.
Oh, it's weapons here.
Yeah, that's weapons.
Mostly fighting weapons.
Mostly fighting.
No
weapons.
big booms.
I'm not near you guys for this.
No big booms.
We're looking at booms.
Damn. So. Do you need anything, Rella, from in there? Are you well equipped? Are you well armed?
I'm pretty stacked. I don't know if I can handle anything else.
All right, knowing that, I'll take Rella at her word, knowing that she doesn't think that they sell any boom type of weapons. And
Could look for more weapons.
I really more interested in things that go boom.
And they used to stream last night. So it's Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus.
He was talking. What were you saying?
I'm looking for things that go boom, so I'm no longer interested in going in there.
Could you look for me? I know going.
Sure.
Need Light weapon.
A light weapon, like a sword or a mace or something.
Mm.
No.
Maybe mace.
Mace. Okay. All right, I'll
Light
go
weapon.
light weapon.
2 hands.
2 hands. 2-handed mace.
Nope.
2
Fight with
maces.
2 hands.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna go into Rella. You stay here. For whatever reason, you stay here.
So while
I'll go in and look at the Lion Shield's wares.
once he's inside, you outside the line shield see Ash just walk past you. Me long striding and her keeping up.
I
2 silver. Hang on.
yell, cat weapons. Try to get your attention.
I'm pretty good with. I think I'm pretty good with weapons. I can only use a mace. And I think a crossbow.
Look it up. I don't know if anybody can see that.
I'm looking for a for like a weapon list, the player handbook. It's like around 146 is a bunch of stuff.
149.
There is an anti.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, some of it's.
Okay.
Where do I see what weapons are already have?
Maybe there's one. What the hell's that place?
All right. How much are they?
How much of that place? But
Oh.
What's it? Longer.
Maybe it's not.
It just says here in mace. I don't have it as a mace. I want a light crossbow. But I have no bolts.
Look at this
Oh,
white
yes, I
hair.
do.
Look at this. Look at the white hair. What is going on there? Crazy. I got one white hair here, patch here. A bald spot here. What the hell?
According to this, man, it's nothing.
What?
According to this. According to the DM guide, it's nothing.
Oh, wait.
What's that?
There's no cost. The table. Taps on the other page for what you do with it. Okay.
I'll use
Damage and stuff.
imagine me putting it'd be pretty well used around here. Offer 5 copies.
Oh,
Um,
What's happening?
medevac is flying over.
Joey's looking up something as far as the store is concerned, I think.
Wash your hands. Medevac's flying over. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. All right, what are we doing? Anybody buying stuff?
I'm going in. I'm going into the store
Okay.
to see what they have.
All right. Okay. Um, so you open the door, walk in, and it's the insides don't match the outsides. It's a very like Target. It's a tidy operation. Like you can tell, it's a tidy. Everything is in order operation. And you come across a woman, looks to be about human woman. She looks to be about 35, behind the counter. And she just asks if she can help you. Like, good evening, ma'am. Can I help you find something? Anything you need? She introduces herself as Lenine Greywind.
So I say. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I have. I had an idea, but. Alright, no. So I'll just say. Hello, how are you? I'm just here to browse your wares. Um, this is quite the operation you have going here. I see many different weapons. Pray tell, why is a store of this armament here in a farming town?
Well, this town is true. It is a farming town, but it's also a prospecting town. The rivers and streams around have apparently an abundance of gold and wealth, and a lot of people come in and out of here as prospectors. But also, the town, as you've probably been able to tell so far, polices itself. Many of the villagers here have need for arms. Some of them fear a takeover or a ransacking, similar to what happened in the past. And some of them fear the return of a dragon that's been rumored to be flying around here. Also, we operate as sort of an outpost when armies are or military groups are moving from place to place. Many of them will stop in here since this does have wealth. There's money running through the town, and there's a good place to grab a drink and some food. We are kind of I guess you would say, along the road to bigger, and bigger operations and things. So we try to put our operation in as many towns as possible to make sure that everyone has what they need. Also, as far as farming goes, there are a lot of animals and things around here that can be harvested not only for food but sometimes will harm the crops. So people like to keep armaments to keep their livelihoods safe.
Well, that is fascinating. So I am actually in the market for I'm about to go on a little bit of an adventure, I guess you could say, and I'm in the market for some type of like Maybe a mace or a light weapon of some type. You know, something that I can use with one hand. Um, I mean, for someone of my stature, maybe two hands. But
Seems
do you
very.
have something like that?
We well, I mean, we would have. Sure, we would have some simple melee weapons, some light weapons as well. If you're looking for a mace, um, we do carry those. Those only weigh about 4 pounds, and if you become proficient, you might be able to wield one of those fairly easily. Um, were you hoping it would be a bludgeoning weapon, or were you looking more for something that does piercing, or are you
Uh,
looking for?
honestly, I'm looking for something within the mace family.
Oh,
So,
okay.
do you can you show me one of those?
I actually do have a couple of them in stock. All of them basically the same, except for some different adornments. But and then she pulls out, and she's proficient. She pulls out, swings it around, and shows you, some of the motions that you can do with a light weapon in one hand. And she says we have these here that can be, effective. I don't know how familiar you are with them, but they're only 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I really like the little trick that you did there with your, swinging it around. That was pretty cool. I'm actually not too bad with my hands as well, and I pull out my deck of cards and I start shuffling them in like very fanciful ways, and like the old shuffle like that way, and I start doing different card things, and just kind of show her that I'm skilled in that way too. Um,
I
and
see that. I see that you're also quick with your hands. That looks like a lot of sleight of hand movements that one might learn in some sort of dishonest trade.
Oh no, no, not me. I'm just here with a pack of my friends, and we're off on a little bit of an adventure, you could say. Just a bunch of scallywags, I suppose. Um, but do you think someone with my, as you said, my sleight of hand skill? This is all stuff I've learned in my spare time. Do you think that I could be pretty good with a mace in the future? I could, be swinging one around like that, like just like you, with some practice?
I feel like you might be able to do that. It's uh, it's, it's a possibility. Sure.
Well, and you said that was 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, that those are 5 gold pieces.
Hmm.
So,
As a young person, again, just a couple of guys out on a quest. Um, little cash strapped right now. I'm trying to get a little more money. I mean, could we make a deal here somehow? Would
hmm,
3 gold pieces?
3 gold pieces, huh? Well, I do have one here that where the inlay is a lot less um, precious, I guess you could say. Whereas some of these have harder metals holding them together. This one here it's sturdy enough, but it's just not made with the same cost of materials.
Mm-hmm.
So I could probably do 3 gold pieces on that one.
Okay. Well,
As long as you don't mind not looking so fancy while you're swinging your.
no, no, I'm not too worried about that. Um, you know what? Package that up for me, and I think I'll take it for the 3 gold pieces.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. Got yourself a deal. and she does actually as she does all of her weapons, pulls out this like a sheet of like the newspaper paper,
Yeah.
and it has the crest all over it, and she like wraps it up, folds it over, wraps it up, folds it over like you would like a sub, like a sandwich.
Yeah.
And then she ties it.
As she's doing that.
Yeah.
As she's doing that, are there daggers nearby, like on display?
On display? No, nothing's in reach.
Damn it.
But they are displayed, but they're behind her, like hanging on the wall, like you would see, like in a tool shop, or probably like your dad has on his pegboard.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're all back there like that. Nothing that you could. But she's right in front of you. I mean, it would be a tough.
Yeah.
It would be a tough thing.
All right.
I mean, and she rolls up, she ties that, and she, like extends it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's holding it. And she says, "Well, there you go. I hope it serves you well, and I wish you some luck on your adventure."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. And I give her 3 gold pieces.
All right. Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly. Begrudgingly, and then I walk out of the store.
All right.
And I hand Rella, I just like as forcibly as my little arms can, I kind of just like slam it against her and go, "Here, this is all I could get you. It cost me 3 gold." I thought for sure I'd be able to nick something else in there, but they got that place held up so tight.
I'm standing directly
I'm
across.
visibly pissed off.
I take the mace.
Yeah.
And I pull out 5 gold pieces, give him 5 gold pieces, say thanks, and give him the mace.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
All right then.
Wow.
I'm standing across the street with an old man grin on my beard and a pipe with a fistful of dynamite.
Where did you get that dynamite?
in the mining supply store right down the road. And I just hand out the dynamite to you. 5 sticks of dynamite.
Fantastic.
Do you have some of these cards?
Greg, you've got amazing dynamite now.
Do you have some of these cards in what was it?
Probably spell cards.
Yeah.
Oh, he peeked my interest.
Do you know where yours is? I'm missing two cantrips.
Which two?
Dust and mold earth.
It might be in one of those doors back there on the side of the dresser, like the dresser that I have.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the left-hand door, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it in a while.
I'm gonna peek in there. I don't need to do it like right now. We can do it when we're done. But I'll try and do it the old school way, pen and paper.
All right.
Did you ever formally go in to get your water thingy filled?
Yes, we skipped that. So while they were talking,
Okay.
I told him that I knew that he was looking for dynamite or things to blow up from Barthen's. So I went down to the miners' exchange, and it doesn't have a whole lot in it, but they did have some mining supplies and picked up some dynamite.
Well, I got my water skin filled too.
Okay. Did you get water? That's probably free.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
I was trying to think of something weird,
All right.
but
So
Perry's visibly pissed off. Just saying, he's visibly pissed. He thought he was clever enough that he can go in there, and I was gonna try to exchange and try to do the old switcheroo with a fancy dagger with one of my basic ones, and I was pissed off that the place was up so tight, and then he hands me dynamite that I've been looking for. I didn't even think to walk down the road. Perry's pissed.
Piss off Perry.
I think, given the time, that it is worth our while to get rest and then leave early in the morning for the dwarves. I'm going to go back to the town master's hall and set up an area for me to sleep. I will also eat satchel sausages for dinner.
Yeah.
Satchel sausages.
There is a there's a fireplace in there that you can like make shift heat.
Oh, sweet. We eat some of my satchel sausages.
The landing up there, the balcony thingy big enough for like 2 people?
Yeah, it's
sleep
like
in?
a bedroom size, like maybe a little bigger. I'd say like that. The overlook is probably about the width of the living room there, and maybe like half of the length.
I'm gonna go up there if nobody minds and put up my bedroll. Put down my bedroll there, and I have an extra bedroll. If Harry would want to sleep up there too.
Yeah, I'll go up there. I'll go up
Okay.
there
I
and
have my
relax.
bedroll by the fire.
The 2 halflings would fit nice.
And
Yeah.
I'm curious about prestidigitation, which is the one I do have. It's an illusionatory trick, right? I will use prestidigitation. I can light a small campfire, so I like fireplace with prestidigitation. I am over in the corner looking through various items in my hand of prestidigitation on a blank memory. Just various things. I don't think I have a fucking chair. Is there a chair in there? The chair's in there?
Yeah. There's furniture left.
So sitting in a chair, in front of the fire, looking through books and looking at images in my hand. And my role, so my robes and stuff are used. I look like I traveled. They're not like shoddy and like homeless, but they're like used. Something that like they're not brand new, they're not ornate. But my bedroll is like probably pretty heavy looking, but it's not that heavy, and it's really like luxury. Like that shit's like satin. Like that's like it's a beautiful like bedroll. And everyone's like, what the fuck? So I do have a really nice bedroll that I use, and then next to my bedroll is a little stand about like I don't know, maybe 2 feet high. I'd say 2 feet high. And that's where I put my hat on when I sleep. It's a little hat stand, a little tripod and hat stand.
Is there a map somewhere big enough to show? I found where I'm from, but I don't know where it's on the map. It's called Silvery Moon. And
They're both awesome.
Did you go straight to bed?
Yeah, I probably was just all pissed. I was in a pissy mood and just went right to
here's
bed.
the Silvery Moon. It's in the area because right here it's flying.
Oh, it's in the Sword Coast area?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a Sword Coast.
okay. Then it might be in the one he got.
Here's another Sword Coast one. Can't read the names on it. It says the north. But is that far enough away? Got 2%, no, 5%.
I mean, it's like 400 miles.
Halflings.
It's like 400 miles away from Neverwinter.
Okay. All right. Gives me an idea.
You can still be a far traveler because you could have traveled all over the world and you just happen to be close to home.
400 miles, north or south?
It's about 400 miles west of Neverwinter, directly.
Like across the water?
No, like right here. I mean, east. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Past the Star Metal Hills and all that.
It's on the other side of the Evermoors.
Okay.
And where are we?
Pretty close to the Evermoors. We're only probably 25 miles east of Neverwinter. Are we on the other side of it?
But I'm supposed to.
Each hex is 5 miles, so.
Oh yeah, we're not super close. We're still about I'd say 400 miles away. It's funny because where we are is in the crease.
Yeah.
Right here's the Sword Mountains, and we're right up against the Sword Mountains.
Okay.
So you're still about 400 miles from home. My dude is from here.
reading or did he freeze?
No.
From-
Reading.
Okay,
Oh,
both. Okay, it was
Both?
both.
He
Yeah.
because he's not technically from the Sword Coast. So where he's from, where he calls his homeland, is like down here.
Okay.
But I had to look up. I should start reading.
Yeah. Perry's from a town called Triel, which is kind of near Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Okay. What's it called?
Triel. It's on a major trade route.
I was gonna pick Baldur's Gate.
All right, it's all good.
Just
That was something I
FYI.
know.
It's all good.